Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A big piece of information here, if true, and this comes from BBC. Wow, so via Ukrainska Pravda from September 1st, 2022, Russia loses more than 900 elite military personnel in Ukraine. 900. Media have confirmed the death of more than 900 Russian elite military specialists in Ukraine, including special forces, Marines and paratroopers. Details. In particular, the BBC confirmed the death of 151 servicemen of the GRU Special Forces, the main directorate of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation, formerly the Marine Intelligence Directorate. Almost 1 in 4 of them was an officer. That is 22%, they say. Then they say it's 245 officers of the Rosgvardia, the National Guard of the Russian Federation, or Rosgvardia is the internal military force of Russia, are also known to have been killed, 245. Most of them were part of the Special Purpose Units, Special Forces Units, SOBR, the Special Rapid Response Unit, and Riot Police, with almost 1 in 4 of them holding the rank of officer. At least 16 of the dead owned the maroon beret, which is a symbol of the Special Forces elite, so at least 16. Open sources also state that about 20 FSB and FSO, Federal Protective Services of the Russian Federation, officers died in Ukraine. According to open data, the 331st Guards Airborne Regiment from Kostroma suffered the greatest losses among paratroopers. More than 80 officers died, including the commander. 14 servicemen were confirmed to have perished in the 45th Guard Special Forces Brigade, the most elite detachment of the airborne forces. The 810th Brigade, which is based in occupied Crimea, suffered the greatest losses among the Marines. At least 56 people are known to have been killed, including 2 brigade commanders. The BBC also reports the death of 67 military pilots, including co-pilots and flight mechanics. The article states that crews of combat aircraft and helicopters are the elite of any army in the world, and the training of one sniper pilot can take 15 to 17 years. According to the BBC, referring to Western and Russian military experts, the combined military units of the Russian army were not ready for the assaults. Thus, the Russian Special Forces units, Marines and paratroopers had to face tasks that are typically set for the infantry. According to the experts cited by the BBC, the Russian Federation will find it difficult to compensate for the loss of all these specialists. As I said, interesting if true. I cannot confirm or deny this reports. But if true, indeed, it seems to be a big number. Even though they said about 16 maroon beret, now those were in 6 months, right? So they would take about 3 a month, not even, but almost 3 a month would be. I don't know if it's a lot or not. Maybe it was 1 incident, but it's important. It's important. That tells us that there is a big fight over there. It's not necessarily the way some people I heard saying, that well, there's not much. It's just firing from one it's just artillery fight. Well, probably it's artillery fight probably now, but as far as I read the articles, when I read the articles and from the Ukrainian mass media, or their articles, they say that the Russians are trying to push forward, and then the Ukrainians are pushing them back. So it's not only the shelling that occurs; it's also the attempts from the, according to the Ukrainians, attempts of the Russian army, the forces, to push forward westward. Now, I haven't heard yet of a major, or I don't want to say major, but any news of any breakthrough aside from the one that the Ukrainian breakthrough of the Russian defense systems. The only thing that they reported was, I think it was on Monday, when they all celebrated the, they said they breached the first line of defense of the Russian Federation, or the forces, the defenders, and they said the Russians have 3 lines of defense, and that was in one front, one axis, I'm sorry. So they were able, one axis, to break through the first line out of 3. I haven't heard, today's Friday. I think this piece of information came on Monday. So in about 5 days, 4-5 days, nothing happened, nothing major. Well, they shot left and right, but I haven't heard any, breakthrough, major breakthroughs. Now they say that, well, don't expect to be something like that. Well, when you talk about a counteroffensive, I expect of something swift in this case, and I'll tell you why. When you do such a pointed counteroffensive, not on a front, not with a whole front, but pointed, you want that to be swift. You don't want it to be slow. Why? Because the more time you give the enemy, the more time it has to concentrate over there. That's why. And besides, if you do a pointed one, where are you going to go? Since the front is, I don't know, I think it was about 1,000 miles or something, or 1,000 kilometers or something. I can't remember, but it was like something like that. So you do a pinpointed. What's next move with that thing? Where are you going with that? I don't know where they're going to go with that, but as I said, I'm not over there. I don't have the plans. I don't have the, on the territory, the topography and the positions, and I can't assess where, or at least envision what they want to do with this. It's only one point. It's only one. Where are you going to go with it? And you say, well, wait a second. Remember Hitler with Blitzkrieg of Netherlands, Belgium, whatever. They surrounded. They went to Paris like that. Well, yeah, but over there was not 1,000 miles. And where are they going to go? Are they going to go to Moscow? Pfft. By Moscow, they ran out of gas after 2 hours, and being encircled or something. So I don't know. We'll find out, obviously, if they allow us to stay alive. But those 900 people that they report dying, being elites and so on, that's a lot of people. A lot of people for any kind of army. It doesn't matter the size. Now it is. There were mistakes. The fighting is fierce, both of them. That's how I wonder how many of Ukrainians died. But the Ukraine is different because they were on the defense. So these guys have to show up, and these guys were waiting. So it's a different kind of, unless you're hit by, you're shelled by the guys' artillery. Well, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.